Hello all MRBers and welcome to another video with me, Mike McRock. I am one half of the McRock and Bolt Wrestling Review Show. Right now I'm going to give you the review you've been waiting for, that I've been wanting to review on this channel, and that is my review for NXT TakeOver New Orleans. It happened this past weekend, and my thoughts overall about the show, well, I'll talk about that at the very end of this video. Let's get right down to the match order that happened on the show. The first match that the show kicked off with was the ladder match for the NXT North American Championship. It was EC3, Ricochet, Lars Sullivan, Killian Dane, Adam Cole, and the Velveteen Dream. And I was actually surprised that NXT would kick off their big takeover show with this match, because I figured that NXT would want to maybe ease the audience in and not do too much too early. Maybe put the tag team title match here or something like that. And I felt that this match done just a little bit too much, and it was a little bit too early. And it also felt a little bit long, but it's not really a bad match or anything like that. It just felt like it could have been trimmed down a little bit, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. But what made this match work was that everyone got their moments in to shine, and some more than others. And if you want to see well executed ladder spots and dudes using ladders as weapons and falling off them and doing moves off them and bumping into ladders, you will like this match very much. But if you're someone who wants to see something new, you're not going to get it here. If you've seen every ladder match, you've seen this one before. But the way they delivered the spots, it was well done and they were well executed. I was, though, underwhelmed by Ricochet's performance. I wanted to see more of what he could do in this match, and I felt that NXT didn't use him well enough here. But ultimately, in the end, I felt that the right guy won, Adam Cole, and he was the guy that really didn't get as much spots in this match as the other dudes did, so it made sense for Adam Cole winning this match. I'm glad that he won. He was one of my picks to win. And I will also talk about another match after the next match I'm going to talk about, that will talk about the Undisputed Era as a group. So the next match that happened on the show was Ember Moon versus Shayna Baszler for the NXT Women's Championship. Now, when I saw that this match had to follow the ladder match that kicked off the show, when they were doing a whole bunch of stuff and really got the fans going, I was like, good luck, you're not following this, good riddance, nice to see ya, wouldn't want to be ya. I wasn't a fan of the build-up to this match either, and even though NXT tried, I just wasn't sold on it. But after this match wasn't as bad as I thought, and for me, this was a satisfying match on a certain level. In the confines of what Ember Moon and Shayna Baszler done in the ring, it was actually pretty good. I really liked the psychology in this match, where Ember Moon dislocates Shayna Baszler's shoulder and Baszler trying to move it back in place with the ring post, and that shoulder became a central element to the match and in the finish itself, and it was a well executed finish. As a result, it was a well executed match on all levels, and as I predicted, I am good with Shayna Baszler getting the strap here, especially if you're going to call up Ember Moon on Raw or SmackDown the night after WrestleMania. The third match that happened on the show was Undisputed Era versus the Authors of Pain versus Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne. This is for the NXT Tag Team Championships as well as the Dusty Rhodes Memorial Cup. It's a winner-take-all match. And this match for me had one of the great moments throughout the entire night, which I will talk about in just a minute here. But I really want to start off by saying that I wish that AOP would look a lot stronger here. It seems like that it was way too easy for a couple of smaller dudes to take off AOP off their feet even way too early in the match, and it doesn't look good on the Authors of Pain, and they don't pose that much of a threat when you do stuff like that. But besides that, this match was what I expected for the most part, but almost nothing prepared me for how the match ended, and I kind of should have expected this, considering what I was talking about in my prediction video. I talked about the Undisputed Era having a 4th member, and guess what? It happened. Only it was Roderick Strong that turned on, peaked on, and aligning himself with the Undisputed Era. For me, this was a really good moment. It was a really good moment for the fans. I wish they would boost something like that, because it's a dude turning heel with a heel faction. Sometimes I don't understand the way the fans work on NXT, but it's whatever. But for me, the finish was fantastic. It was a nice, real, legit surprise. And even though NXT has been hinting and building this up in previous weekly episodes of NXT, I love the way it was done. It made sense with Roderick Strong being an ROH guy as well as the other dudes. And it makes sense with him aligning with those guys. And now your main heel faction has multiple titles here. They both have the NXT Tag Team Championships, and Adam Cole has the new North American Championship, and that makes that group look really strong and really credible. The next match that happened on the show was Andrade Cien defending his NXT Championship against Aleister Black. This was the semi-main event for TakeOver, and I really understand why it was. Not every NXT title match needs to main event your big show, because there could be a match that has more story to it, more depth, and more layers than your main title picture, and who's also involved. I really do like, though, the babyface and heel dynamics in this specific match. Aleister Black is the clear definitive babyface, and Andrade Cien Almas is the clear heel, but the real heat and the heater heat goes to Cien's manager, Zelina Vega. Holy freaking smokes. I wish he was my manager. I'm just saying. And I thought this match was pretty good. Both of these guys have really good chemistry with each other, but it was ultimately the finish that this match had to deliver, and I thought it was well executed, using Zelina Vega in the spot where she had her interfering moments before that, leading up to that big moment where Aleister Black hits the black mass and becomes the new NXT champion. Now, I'm not sure how Aleister Black will do as champion. That remains to be seen. For me, Aleister Black doesn't really necessarily need a title belt for him to look good, because to me he already does look good. So it's a little odd for me to see him with an NXT Championship belt, but again, we'll see how it all pans out. Now we get to the main event of the show, and rightfully so. And that was Tommaso Ciampa versus Johnny Gargano in an unsanctioned match. This match for me was a bit of a mixed bag, but I also kind of leaned towards the good part of this match, because I felt that both of these guys told a really good story in the ring here. I really like the way they used the crutch in this match. I really like that moment close to the end where Johnny Gargano was about to hit Ciampa with his knee brace, and Ciampa covers himself and Gargano doesn't hit him, and then following that you have the two of them like sit down for a sec, and it's like Tommaso Ciampa's one last redemption spot, but he doesn't take it, and then Johnny Gargano comes back and pretty much beats the Tommaso Ciampa. So this was a really good match here, and it's the clear match of the night as well. I even like that there were reasons to get behind both guys, and there's reasons to boo the bad guys. It was, there was a reason to get behind the good guy, a reason to boo the bad guy. This match has a clear definitive hero. It has a clear definitive villain. Tommaso Ciampa has really embraced the role, and he doesn't act like a cool villain. He acts like a villain who wants the heel heat. The dynamics of this match worked on so many different levels, and you can feel the emotion and the intensity of Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa fighting each other. This felt like a big fight. However, though, I really wish that NXT would go balls deep into the stipulation of this match being unsanctioned. Both of these guys were wearing their ring attire when they should have wrestled in their street clothes. And Johnny Gargano had his music entrance and some of those little things that kind of took away some of the authentic feel the match should have had. They only half-assed the stipulation and not go all the way with it, which kind of took me out, but like I said, they told a really good story, and ultimately at the end it was Johnny Gargano that won the match, and it was a good way to send the fans home happy. Overall, NXT TakeOver New Orleans was a really good show and probably the best NXT TakeOver special in recent memory. There was not really one bad match on the show, but I do wonder though, if the tag team title match was first and the ladder match was third, would the show feel more climatic? Probably. With that said though, I had a lot of fun with this show. It was exciting, it was energetic with the crowd invested into most of the matches and the announcing, especially from Mauro Ranallo. For me, the match of the show is easily, like I mentioned before, Johnny Gargano versus Tommaso Ciampa, the unsanctioned match. If you saw NXT TakeOver New Orleans, what did you think about it? Feel free to leave those comments right here in the comment section below. And you can also hit that subscribe button down below this video as well to become an MRBer on this wrestling review show.